The idea is simple. I'm going to randomly pick out 3 games from my backlog, and then regardless of how good or bad I think each game looks, I'll give it a minimum of 1 hour playtime and then give my thoughts on each one. So the 3 games I randomly rolled are Celeste, Chasm, and Nuclear Throne. Let's begin. Celeste is such a masterpiece that I feel like I have committed a grave sin by not playing this sooner. I don't think my smooth brain can even put into words how awesome this game is, but I'll try my best. In simplest terms, Celeste is just a game about climbing a mountain, but it's so much more than that. The game starts off by showing you the dangers of climbing this mountain. Then it starts holding your hand, and then you start to think like, oh, this is a super easy baby game. But don't be fooled, it scales in complexity and will start killing you again and again and again. It perfectly executes the art of teaching you a simple concept and then leaving you to overcome any obstacle that the game throws at you, no matter how difficult. If there is an obstacle or segment you get stuck on, you know 100% that it's your own fault and in some ways, even an obligation to overcome it. The amount of satisfaction you feel in completing a challenging section that you were stuck on death after death is incredible. I have never felt so compelled to both throw my controller in frustration and motivated to complete a section no matter what at the same time. The art is simple but intuitive, and the music is just phenomenal. I will definitely be returning to this game for a 100% completion at some point in the near future. 10 out of 10, it's now one of my favorite games of all time. Chasm is a game that has a great premise, a Metroidvania that is procedurally generated in order to make each playthrough unique. Sounds great. It isn't. Due to the random nature, interesting secrets or loot is few and far between. As an example, you might go off the intended path to open a chest you found and get a blue club that slightly raises your health. Oh, you died without getting to save and lost it? That's okay. Since you explored the area, you can go open that chest again. Wait, it's a random item each time and now it's a regular club that I already dropped from an enemy? Why did I even go exploring in the first place? It wasn't until the elevator down to floor 3 that I realized the game doesn't in fact encourage exploration. It encourages you to stumble around and find out what is and isn't worth getting. Like, how would I know that there would be a hidden chest on this shaft that I just completely missed? Is it even worth going back for? No, it wasn't. Fortunately, the combat is where the game shines. It feels tight and responsive with multiple types of weapons and enemies for you to learn. Swords like the one you start out with are light and fast, while a heavier weapon like this club I found hits harder but locks you into place for a longer time. On top of that, you also gain the ability to cast magic with your offhand with varying attack styles like this magic dagger that flies straight, or this magic axe with a high arc. Enemies vary from simple ones like the crawler that goes around in a circle, to more complicated and dangerous ones like this goblin that throws a rock at your head. Over, and over, and over. I didn't learn you could attack and break rocks like that until much later. The pixel art graphics are great, with the only downside being that your equipment is not visible, which is a real letdown. Like if I wear this hood, you'd have no idea because my character doesn't reflect that. The music is also very solid, albeit a bit short, with 1 main track per area, but a toggle option for a chiptune version. Overall, I would give this game a 6.5 out of 10. Definitely buy it on sale and give it a try if you're a fan of this style of game, but it's not exactly my cup of tea. Nuclear Throne is a chaotic top-down roguelike set in a post-apocalyptic mutant and monster-filled world. It's extremely fast-paced and at times almost a bullet hell. With 12 different characters to unlock and plenty of interesting weapons and upgrades, it's easy to pick up and play but difficult to master. It might take you a bit of practice to complete, but each run is short and quick. It has an interesting and catchy soundtrack, which is great because you'll probably be listening to the first couple tracks for a while. My only real gripe with the game is that you cannot play it in a higher resolution, making the experience feel a bit outdated, especially compared to some newer roguelike releases. Overall, it was a fun experience. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Even if you don't pick it up on sale, you're gonna get some incredible value for your money, especially if you're a fan of roguelikes. So those were the 3 randomly picked games from my backlog. All 3 of them happened to be very good, so I was pleasantly surprised with how this went. Keep in mind that I only gave each game an hour, so at most these are just my surface level impressions. Though I may make a more in-depth dedicated video if there's a game I really enjoyed. Celeste. I have plenty more games in my backlog to play, so if you like this concept, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. A big thank you to my friend NPZ and his cat Apple for motivating me to actually complete this project, and I'm absolutely sick of hearing myself speak at this point, so until next time, goodbye.